Okay. All right. Now, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you had, but, Robert Easter fought Mikey Garcia, I believe, 2 weeks ago, 2 Saturdays ago. I don't know if you saw it or not, but if you did, what'd you think of the fight, and what did you think of Robert's performance?
It's crazy because, Mike, I don't watch fights for the most part unless, of course, we involved in it or somebody that got a scout, and even then, it's like a short piece and that's it and that's all. Excuse me. When you're around this stuff as much as we are, just every day, all day for years now,
right.
It can burn you out.
Right.
And so, in order for me not to get to that level, I try to watch it as less as possible, only when necessary.
Yeah.
In Robert's case, it's funny because I had went to bed early that night and. Some neighbors nearby, apparently they was having some kind of party or something, and the music was, blaring kind of loud, so it woke me up. And I was kind of sort of dreaming about the fight at the time. And so I just clicked the fight on. It was about, when I got involved in watching it, it was in the 8th round. And, I don't think Rob was Rob, but, I thought Mikey, did it, his usual thing, I mean? I don't think Mike is great in one area. I think he's good in a lot of areas, and he's consistent. So, he did his job, he got the victory. Right,
I kind of felt the same way, like Rob didn't seem like himself. I don't know if he was gun shy or he got nervous.
We could sit down and figure it out,
right.
Try to figure it out.
Right.
I wasn't in camp with him. I don't know, what he did, what he didn't do. I don't know what his mindset was going into that fight, but I know, I've seen him better, put it that way.
Right.
And I know he's capable of doing better.
Absolutely.
Like, if you look at that picture up there, if you get a shot of that picture up there, at the time, when we were having these crazy camps like that, Rob is on there too. Just before, did nobody in that picture have a belt at that time? Only 2 that had been champions before were Adrian and Lamont. But the rest of them, Rashid, you got
Javante,
you got Jerry Hurd up there.
Kareem Martin.
With Kareem, you got Hank Lundy at the top, Robert Easter, and a few others. A lot of them, Erickson Lubin up there. A lot of them either became world champions or fought for a world title.
Right.
So, that was outstanding, and hopefully, in Robert's case, you get back to that level that I know you're capable of and
right.
get the job done.
Right. Now, the judges kind of had Mikey wiping him out like, I think, 11 rounds to 1. I thought that was absurd in my opinion. I thought, Robert won at least 4 to 5 rounds.
Again, I can't speak on it, because I only saw it from 8 on up. And so, I really don't know. But on the flip side of that, thank you again here. On the flip side of that, the judges are going to see it one way, the fans may see it another way, even the fighters and the coach may see it another way. You never can tell. The way I figure, you go in there and just make it just that, just put him out if you can.
Right.
You know what I mean? Leave no doubt at all. You know what I mean? And that's your only real saving grace, because you never know what they're thinking, man.
Right. The fight will look different if you watch it on TV as opposed to doing it live.
I've always thought you should have more than one group of judges, to be honest with you.
Right.
Those at the ringside and somewhere, another group somewhere in a closed room where they are not influenced by the crowd.
Right. So, have you talked to Robert? And if you haven't, any message to Robert Easter if he's listening?
I haven't spoke to Rob since then. I spoke to his dad, leading up to the fight. But the only thing I can say is, he got all the tools in the world. I don't know if it was the fact that it was Mikey or the legend of Mikey Garcia. I don't know. I can't call it, but I know in watching Rob and knowing Rob the way we know Rob, he is definitely capable of doing better. So, hopefully whatever, caused him to not be victorious that day and not taking nothing away from Mikey. You got to understand, that man put his work in.
Right.
So we can't just say that he didn't deserve to win. He did the necessary thing that it took to win.
Right.
They both had good people in their corners. But for whatever reason, he fell short that night. I know he's capable of doing better. Just go back to the drawing board, fix it, and get it done.
Absolutely. Right after that, Mikey Garcia called out, the boogeyman at 147, Errol Spence. A lot of fans think that, Mikey's kind of crazy going up to 147 to fight Spence, and, he's not ready. The power's too much. I mean, I think, 40 fights in, you should be ready. What do you think, bro?
Listen, man. All I know is boxing. Of course, EJ, that's my guy, and I'm going to ride with him. But, you never can underestimate anybody in this game, man. Nobody. Because you saw what happened this weekend. I saw the highlights of Kovalev's fight.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought it? I mean, so, you cannot, underestimate nobody in this game, man. Everybody's a threat, everybody's dangerous, and it should be approached that way.
So with that being said, don't underestimate anybody. Obviously, I think you're probably going to go with EJ, like you said.
No, probably I am.
So I mean, does Mikey? I'm not gonna say does he have a chance, but is he biting off too much he can chew?
Apparently Mikey may have seen something, or Robert may have seen something that they think they can exploit. Again, I'm not going to be the one to tell this man or tell his crew what they can and can't do. If they believe they can do it, then, go for it. You know what I mean? As far as EJ is concerned, I know this man, been in the trenches with him, both foreign and domestic. Mm-hmm. Never lost a fight with him, especially in the amateurs. Will always find a way to dig down and win. That's what I like about him. He reminded me so much of Lamont and Anthony. Definitely Lamont. When he was coming up, you got a good man in his corner, which is Derek. You got good support from his dad. I'm going to ride with him to the end. You know what I mean? But like I say, on the flip side of that, you cannot not like Mikey Garcia.
Right.
I mean, if you're a boxing fan, you know what I mean?
He's a likable guy.
Man's a likable guy. He's a professional. You never see him out of the pocket or nothing, and he's going there and get his job done. So,
Right.
I wish both of them the best, and I know if it happened, it'd be a hell of a fight.
You said it'd be a hell of a fight. Can you give me a blunt answer? What do you think happens?
Of course, I think Errol may come out on the top end. Odds say he should anyway.
Right.
Because of size, weight, he's comfortable in that weight. So, of course, odds are a little against Mikey, but I beat the odds before. We beat the odds before. So, by the time the odds,
Are you calling knockout on EJ?
I won't say. I mean, I definitely think Errol Spence is Errol Spence, and he's for real. On the flip side, everybody that put in front of Mikey Garcia, he done got rid of. So, again, I just hope it's a great fight for the fans. And if it happens, I think it'll be a very, very interesting fight.
So you're not going to say decision, knockout, body shot, headshot?
Nah.